Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
What's up? Today's video, man, I'm a little on track trying to get these boxes out here. But today, surprisingly, my DD SW2508 Revision F came. They came. I was about to put in my sundowns and start the break-in period with them all over again until the DD came. So this is the current revision. This is revision F. This is revision D. Now, mind you, revision D is what did the 141 and 33 hertz. And he stood in until the second one of the current model came. So the old version of the DD, the 2507, the 2508 revision D, did better than at 33 hertz than all the subwoofers I had, and that's why he got that King moniker. Well, there's been some changes between the 2508D and the 2508F, and I'm gonna point them out to you. Now, I've talked about the variable road surround, which is a derivative of the what do they call that? What is it? I forgot. So I can type it up. See, they call the extended range of motion surround. So both of them have the extended range of motion surround, the D as well as the F. But you can see on the F, it's a little bit more pronounced. It's high. Even if I was to raise it up to the same level, this woofer is very, it got a very tight gripping motor for itself. You can see there's a difference in height. Noticeable difference. On the F, they went higher because the top plate got higher. Now, the old revision, I believe the older revision had the 20 millimeter top plate. This one here is even larger than that. Okay, than the first features they brought out. When they brought this out, I think about 7 or 8 years ago, 2508, and it was the first woofer with all the ESP features that led to the other lines of 35, the 75, the 95. Okay, so once again, big manufacturers started with 8-inch subwoofers. I love them boys. And they put certain features on it that they use in their bigger subs. Another feature on the 2508 that sets itself apart different from other 8-inch woofers in this class is this cone. This is a non-pressed paper cone comprised of their own proprietary brand. And I have noticed when comparing it to other cones, it looks different. There's no uniformity to it from one cone to the next, but the color's the same. It has Kevlar. Let me see, what is it? The cone has Kevlar, carbon fiber, and other synthetic fibers, their own proprietary brand that they put together that leads it to be very, very light, but very, very strong. Whereas the original D's had the convex cap, the F revision has the flat cap. Roughly the same surface. Now, might be not. It's the same SD, but it may be more surface area on the convex in comparison because you're moving it up. It's not flat, but you're moving up, so you get more surface area. But overall, SD is probably going to remain the same. I'm not sure on that, but that's what I would think. It's still going to be the same amount of cone area moving. Surface area might be different than cone area, but the same amount of cone area. The cone area is the SD, what's actually impacting the air. The surface area is every lift and groove in that might be larger on the old than the new. Maybe not, because this is DD. They're gonna make it. They're not gonna decrease surface area and decrease cone area because this is why they even went with the ESP procedures. Because number one, you're gonna call all 8 inches gonna have an 8-inch cutout. 10-inch gonna have a 10-inch cutout, and that's where they went on after this subwoofer here. Out of the top plate, the cone. We already talked about the spider and say. They also told me this. The spider is resin cloth. The surround, foam from the surround, and another piece of resin cloth. It has a single spider but the ribs on that Progressive Road Spider are very, very large. Like the ribs you would see on a 10-inch, honestly. On a 10-inch subwoofer. Some woofers maybe even larger than that. Maybe even larger than that. It has a voice cord that's subjected. They do a baking process twice of an excess of 750 degrees on their voice cores. The voice cores are wrapped around a aluminum foamer that's double slitted for even added cooling. And then they brought the inner diameter of the top plate, even because on all the DD subs, they have a short ring, a little piece of aluminum put on top of the pole piece inside that lowers inductance. Another way they lower inductance as well. And what you want, what does that matter? Inductance is why one subwoofer doesn't sound as good as another. The greater your inductance, the tone quality of your bass is going to go down. That's some layman's term. You want to limit inductance. Your bass is cleaner. There's a difference why I say you hear a Gothic Series 12 and a Sundown 12, and you just keep stepping up. Then you hear DD sub. You know what I mean? Why does the bass sound so much different? Or even such thing with kicker or B2 audio. The good manufacturers are always trying to lower their inductance. Zero inductance to go. A lot of things to go there they can't try to, but the lower you can make it, and the inductance changes on different frequencies. So that's just something they have to combat, because even though woofers may look the same, what's going on inside there would really matter. So they brought the inner diameter of the top plate even closer to the outer diameter of the voice cord, which lowers it even more, and that's why you must know what you're doing to recone a DD sub. It's a very, very tight gap. I've obtained that I haven't reconed one. This is my first foray my second foray into own a DD sub. But I'm so intrigued about hearing the new revision in comparison to the old revision that somebody's gonna have to wait. Somebody's gonna wait till I get back to them. So it's here now. We're going to see, and the ability to supercharge is in all ESP woofers and up. And what does it do? Does it enable to handle more power? No. It's another way of dampening. I'm always using that word on amplifiers and on subwoofers. Subwoofers have dampening systems. That's their mechanical system. And that's where that key is number come in. How can they control the magnetic force and direct it toward the coil so that subwoofer can find zero every single time on one cycle, away from zero, back to zero, down past zero, and back, one complete cycle. Well, supercharging even lowers the inductance even more. So the faster your woofer can get back to zero and actually find zero. Remember when I drew that line on that live feed? Go back to that live feed, and I'll make a video on that again. A cycle. Woofer's at zero. Goes away from zero, comes back to zero, leaves zero, comes back to zero. That's one cycle. Whether it's 33, 43, that's how many times it must do that. 28, whatever cycle you're listening to. The woofer's ability to find zero is the most important thing about the tonal quality of your bass. How fast and how accurately can it get back to rest every single time? That's what supercharging does. Not going to give you the ability to handle more power. It's going to sound louder because it's going to be a lot more accurate. All right, that's enough of that. But that's the features. But one of the biggest features you'll see pronounced between the D and the F is this top plate, and then the surround. And when you see the top plate and the height, you see it's greater. It justifies a taller surround. So I can't wait to go put these boys in and start the process of breaking them in. So they're gonna be in for a while. You're gonna see some of the videos on it because as soon as it hits 131, 141 at 31 hertz. If it does it, it will be the big dog. It will be the king. In my application, it will be the one. We'll see. Pigs, fact not fishing. Get at me if you need a box. 4469-44818. Bear with me on the sound, y'all. It's coming. Wait for the mic to come. Pigs.